So we have a system, Emma's in my guard, and we have a system, and I call them roadblocks. And once my roadblocks run out, I've got to look at another way of stopping them from coming forward. So the first roadblock that we have is our knees. So if I have the full guard from here, there's no roadblocks apart from my hands, but she can't progress past my hips anyway because of the position of my hips. So once she opens up my legs, if I stay here, she can knee smash, guard part. You know, she's got a whole variety of attacks. So one of those common things is we put what we call a knee shield. If the knee shield's low, she pushes it down. If the knee shield's high, she pushes it out and she's back in. I don't have the knee shield. So it kind of needs to be almost like the seatbelt grip where it goes from the hip to the shoulder and frames in. She'll normally deal with this by either swinging a hand through and controlling, and now she'll come up and start the pass guard, so my second roadblock comes in. So my second roadblock will be my hands. Right. The third thing is she starts to frame off and get rid of it. So the next thing is my elbows will become the next frame system, and then it'll be my head and my shoulders will be the next one. So we'll just have a quick look at this, just so everyone understands what we should be doing to deny the guard pass and how they work. One of the things that I see people do is they grab the gi, and I'm getting attachment to my partner. Unless we're choking them or looking for the armbar, it doesn't serve any purpose, and in fact 9 out of 10 times it's going to pull them past the guard. So from here, full guard, so Emma opens up my legs. So first thing, she pushes that down, I don't fight it, I hip escape, put my knee through, and I'm trying to go from hip to shoulder. She'll drive her arm through, and this is called a leg weave guard pass. So she's weaving through my legs, or an overhook guard pass. So what I do is I put my frame system, and I'm trying to push her backwards towards my hips. I'm not trying to push her out to the side, I'm trying to push her back towards my hips. Number one is so I can kind of get back into my guard and possible triangle. So number two is she'll start to move her head or frame or get rid of my frame. So I now go to elbow. Does that kind of make sense? So it's my elbow system now instead of my frame system. So if she beats the hands, I go to elbow. And this is the hardest part, that I need to make an executive decision right now. Am I going to try and sweep? Am I going to try and rescue guard? Or am I going to abort? And it's this arm that'll dictate. So if Emma has control of my bottom arm, I can't abort because I can't come back up because she's got the control. Number two, I'm going to have a hard time rescuing guard once again because she's got the control. So my concept is I want to get my roadblock further across in front, and this will start to at least give me the ability to rescue some kind of guard. So we'll start with that, just a really basic methodology of defending the guard pass. So full guard, she pushes my leg down, I don't fight it, I go with it. Frame system, pushing back. She weaves between my legs, fights, elbow system. From here, she grabs the bottom arm to get the control. Right, so this is really bad for me right now. This is horrible. Okay. So think about this way as this. I don't want her to get head control. So I take my head as far away as I can, squeeze my knees together and raise my knees to the ceiling. Take my head as far away as I can, squeeze my knees together and turn my knees. Ian, come in, please, buddy. In my guard, please, buddy. Buddy. Do you know what that's off? Doesn't matter. Okay. So from here, so Ian starts to pass the guard. So my first roadblock I'm going to put through. I don't put my frames in here yet, right? Because there's no contact. It's very hard. So knee. And I'm pretty much shoving him backwards. So Ian's going to go called an overhook guard pass. So his hand's going to go through and control my bottom leg. So what he's trying to do is try and basically weave through my legs. So I'm going to go head control. I see a lot of people push him out wide, but he's got a usable space. So I'm trying to push him back inside the guard. Really important. He head fights, so I go through it and I put my elbow in place. Ian's going to use his hand to control my bottom hand. So now he's got it. Now I don't want him to get head control. So I squeeze my knees together as hard as I can. I move my head away and roll my knees to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3. There's a couple of ways to the overhook guard pass. A couple of ways for Emma's position, how to do it. So full guard again, and she opens my legs, knee goes through, goes over hook system from here. So there's two ways that normally happen. And the first way is a low level pressure pass. So she tries to get a head control this is actually my favorite way, like a lot of pressure, you know what I mean? So I've got my hand even to the inside, and that will almost counter, because her hand's locked into position, it'll almost counter. So unless you've got very good base and dexterity, this might be not the best pass through. So the second one that we'll do is we put our bum in the air. So it's more this style, like Tyrone King, which means that I don't get that sweep system going, because she's raised so high. When I turn my knees, her weight's not on my knees, and she'll basically get the guard pass. So if Emma's gone through and she's got the weave, guard pass, and I've gone head control, she just goes, well, I just put my head down low, my bum up high, and also it's like, okay, so all of a sudden I'm losing this control. So what I'm going to do is Emma gets this sleeve, and I'm like, man, this is all bad. Excuse me. Control. Now, slowly, bring my knees to my chest. Right, bring my hand underneath me. Bring my knees to my chest. Bring my hand underneath me. Now, back into the position again. Right, so I'm drawing her weight onto me to turn her. So like it's actually really easy. So it works better if they're doing the correct pass. So I've got like frame, like man, like, so I just grip this grip. So I have it doesn't feel like anything, but I actually have a wedge between us. So this is my elbow control. My you know, like it's a roadblock is my elbow, because I've lost the leg control. The hardest part from here is I try and pull my hand backwards, but I'm having trouble. So I bring my knees to my chest. Right, hook, turn. Sorry. How that feels? It's so simple, hey? And the reason why a lot of people fail this is because they try to kick their partner away, and they're giving the partner somewhere to come around. So anytime that my partner is high passing, I want my knees to my chest so that they don't have a landing platform to come in. So full guard again, and kills, overhook, and this time as I'm pushing Ian's head down, and he can't pass guard that because my foot's on the hip. So he's going this way, I'll get my frame, this is the hardest part, frame, I can even hold it. So Ian uses his hand to hold this to get no, he can grab up high, it doesn't make any difference. Okay. So the part that I want to do is I try and turn, I bring my knees to my chest. Yep. So now as he drives into me, I simply turn and I lift. Watch. I have this huge advantage over my partner. If Ian tries to get up, I simply straighten my leg. Little turn. The biggest issue that you're going to have, Lincoln, can I grab you please, buddy? Is the timing when he goes, kills the leg, knee shield, overhook weaves pass from here is getting this. So I try not to focus on grabbing the gi, I just grab anything, and I'm pinning it to my leg. Yeah, and he wants it there anyway. So he's kind of like going, oh, what an idiot, you know? So then gets controls, bum goes high, head goes, so I'm like, man, okay, so it's part, so I bring my knees in, and from here, nice, easy, and cut the guitar, nice. Too late. But the more that it works better when they're driving forward and you bring your knees in, so, and then because their weight's on you, then you just turn, and they pretty much just go, yeah. So if they're using pressure passing on the overhook guard pass, I bring them into me, and they're going to kind of walk to the side, which means I can now sweep them really easy. Let's have a shot, guys. 1, 2, 3. How'd that feel? Okay. So this is the next one, and this we're going to go to the turtle, but with control. And this is kind of, I guess, that we're going to go to try and aim for a Granby roll. And this would almost be like the precursor to inverting and to all that kind of stuff. We're technically inverting, but we're only rolling over our own shoulder. We're not trying to roll under our partner. Okay, so a little bit different. Emma, grab your place. And this is the third one. And what happens is, it's the same system. Kills my leg, I turn, roadblock 1, overhook, roadblock 2. from here. And Emma gets the control. So I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm trying to get my head away, but there's a really good amount of pressure from here. So what I'm going to do instead is think about ways. I'm going to get my frame system on the inside. This is the key. And if I can, I get hold of her arm. So I'm kind of backing it up. Does that kind of make sense? Now, watch carefully. I'm trying to come out sideways, not long. I'll explain. I'll try and come out sideways, kick, sideways. I don't try and come out. This is back take territory. So I try and come out sideways. Let me explain. And this will be the hardest part, is coming out. So the control, once again, get it and like man. So the hand just simply goes through from here, frame. And I'm tipping the shoulder, bring my lift my top leg up, bring my bottom leg out, and turn to here. Turtle position. Now, my shoulder that's down, the one that she's pulling, pulls in. I simply turn and recover. Granbury roll. We'll go to the turtle position first, and we'll go through the Granbury roll. Okay. The Granbury roll, you'll hit so many triangles off this, especially that holding the arm. It's ridiculous. Like if someone goes, no, don't roll, and they put that arm in deeper and deeper, you're going to hit the triangle. Worst comes to worst is you recover your guard. Worst comes to worst, guard recovery. Best comes to best. Best comes to best. Triangle. Other one is you look really cool. Yeah. So again, control, and Emma kills my guard, knee smash number 1. Okay, frame system number 2, because I'm here, she just goes, well, I can grab that arm. I'm like, okay, so she pulls my arm down, I get my frame in. This is the hardest part. Put all my weight on my top leg, so I kick, bring my leg out. Go to turtle. I'm gonna stop here. So I'm kind of, but I'm low. Now, as she starts to circle to my back, hand goes under, Granbury roll. Okay. In. So, the hardest part is the inside position. Right, the hard, so we're here, so I'm fighting, and he goes here, and he goes and pulls it. So this hardest me is to get to that. You see what I'm doing? Like, yeah. So all his weight is on his left-hand side. I use my left leg, kick, here you go. Now, see that arm? Hello. So grab from the bottom. Yeah. So, but no, I do the correct, put my roadblock, he destroys my roadblock. This is the key. That. Tip my top leg, yeah, thank you. Hook. Head under. Control. One, two, three. Okay, Emma. So, start off in turtle. Emma's on the side and she's got her right hand through. Yeah. That's it. Feel good? Okay. So I don't have to hold because she's grabbed me. So think about it this way. It says, if I'm on my knees, I can't roll. So shoulder goes down. Go high. So, shoulder, and I can grab it. My post hand, this hand goes, I collapse. So everyone that grabs up, well, you can't roll the opposite way because you've taken the wrong post out. So I kind of go like it's almost like, drop my hips, grab and get hold of it. Shoulder goes down. Now, the only thing is her weight's on top of me, so my roadblock becomes my bottom in her leg. So my bottom in her face. She's my wife for Abby. Kick. Spin. Switch. You've got so many choices depending on what they do. On the Pilates, arm bars, rolls. But it's that law of that mechanic. So, is that okay? Yeah. So the thing about this way is, I don't want to roll and give my back to my partner. I want to roll away from my partner. But I need a post. So she can hold that, which is even better for me.
That's what I had already. I would have.
Yeah, so you kind of have that. So you, yeah, so she, even if she has this one, like, so she goes, I'll pull the arm like, oh yes, thank you. Now, the part is this, go high and hook. Kick your leg. One, two, three. My partner's on this side from here. So what I'm going to do is I'll post, I'll crack my shoulder down, and I'll kick with my legs up. John Will had a vivid description. This is called dog pissing. Right, pretty much if you watch your dog go wee wee, like it wants to watch where it's going, so hand comes out, shoulder goes down, and the dog pissing. Okay, so now kick off that. So what I'm doing is I'm kicking off the bottom leg, and spinning. I can't do that solo because I don't have a body to kick off. But, so from here, nice and easy, hand, leg, dog pissing, raise your hips. Raise your hips, spin. So you should almost get to the position where you got 90 degrees from your partner. That will enable you to spin through. Emma, 1, 2, 3. So Emma's on the back from here. And she's got like what we call waist control. So she hasn't quite climbed up to get the seatbelt grip yet. You know, like I don't want her to get that. So one of the things is this is I'm going to try and create as much distance from my partner and myself as I can. And I'm going to time it so that as she reaches to get the shoulder control, I'm going to dive. Now whether she reaches or not, I'm going to dive anyway. So I'm going to go slow motion. Just the person on the back, just make sure your chin's tucked in, make sure your head's not up, just, yeah, okay. So she's got the control, she's got her body lock. So the first thing that I do is I try and raise my hips and I try and run to get the space. Now, as I run, as I put this hand forward, exactly the same other one, my hand goes under and I simply roll. You see, kids just do this naturally at the playground and at school and from stands, like, yeah, ha, 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 you know. So to them, it's just this natural thing. But for the adults, it's like, oh my God, the ground's coming in. They're like trying to stop it. You've got to go with it. It's actually better to go with this. Don't. Yeah. Okay. So Emma. So if Emma's on this side, I'm rolling this shoulder down. So we're starting everyone on my partner's left-hand side. It's easy just to pre-program. Okay, so the thing about this way is, number one is I explode up. So that gives me this, because I can't roll here because my backs or hips are too close to the ground. So I explode, and I'm kind of running. So 1, 2, 3, got the space. Throw my hand under, bring my knees to my chest. So now, even if she rolls, she's now no longer on my back. Yeah, so we just go slow, but it's really hard for the person to keep the control in because they're just like, holy shit, what's going on, you know? So one more time. You okay with that back? Yeah, so just when you do this, just go slow, like try not to face plant your partner. So waist control, number one is this, just trying to pull my hips down so I explode up. Number one, I've got to create the space. And I'm just trying to get if she's on this side, I'm just trying to get this hand in front. So, bop, here, hand goes under to try and make contact, my shoulder goes down. Bum comes high. Oh, she has. Helps me. She basically pulls me to the top position.
No one breaks straight away when you...
Nah, she can hold me. I've got